Hey everyone, welcome back. A really good question came up today at the range during our training. It sparked some interest in a couple subjects, creating some training opportunities for us and the contents of this blog. So I wanted to get some information out to answer it in the best that I can with some information to back it up and of course my own opinion. So what was the question? It was more of a twofold question of should I have a red or green dot on my carry firearm? And to that question, I asked, well, what is the average distance of a civilian gunfight? So we'll answer the question of at what distance does the average civilian gunfight take place first this week, and then maybe next week we'll follow it up with should I have a red dot or not on my carry firearm? So it's important to remember that we're talking about civilian gunfights here. Plain clothes, no uniforms, nobody knows that you're armed. The number will be different for law enforcement, of course. Remember that you, as you're researching this, to make sure that you're researching civilian versus law enforcement. There's a lot of information out there for law enforcement, and we're a little more limited on the information for civilians. So as always, we're talking about a critical topic that could quite literally save your life. We're talking about the typical civilian gunfight distance and it taking place, majority of them taking place between 3 to 5 yards and possibly just a bit further. The range that most civilian self-defense shootings happen, according to a study by Tom Givens. To help frame this discussion, I'm drawn on a study of Tom's. If you don't know, Tom is one of the most respected names in the defensive firearms training industry. Tom's the founder of Rangemaster Firearm Training and the author of Concealed Carry Class. His book, it's available on Amazon. No real plugs here. We don't get any money from that, but feel free to grab that and read it. It would be great for you. Over decades of teaching, his own study that gathered real-life data from 67 shootings involving his very own students. These were the real deal, actual incidents involving real people that he trained, and offers a powerful perspective on why training is so essential for us. So let's break down Tom's data and get the numbers here. 87% of these incidents occurred within the 3 to 5 yard range. That's the danger zone where most civilian self-defense encounters play out. Another 4% were on the 0 to 2 yards at extremely close contact. The remaining 8% were split between 5 to 7 yards and even a few out to 25 yards. So what does this information tell us? Most attackers or incidents don't start in your face, and of course, they shouldn't start with you in someone else's face. They usually begin threatening from a distance when the attacker perceives it's safe for them, but once they think that you'll comply, they close in fast. If you're not prepared for that moment, you're already at a further disadvantage. Here's where it really gets eye-opening. Out of the 67 shootings involving Tom's students, 64 of them survived. That's a 96% success rate with doing easy math. All 67 students involved in these incidents, these weren't just random people. Every single one of those survivors had taken at least one training class of Tom's. They didn't survive because of luck. They survived because of just a small amount of preparation. Now let's talk about the 3 who didn't make it. Unfortunately, all 3 were unarmed at the time. The takeaway here is clear. Preparation includes being trained, being armed, and being ready to act decisively. When Tom was asked about these incidents, he stated he has a 100% success rate and 3 forfeits. Why does Tommy call them forfeits? Because those 3 forgot the first rule of gunfighting. You have to bring a gun to the gunfight. I can understand that. A tool that belongs on your belt won't help if you leave it in the truck or the glove box. Now let's address a common question. Do you need to use your sights at this range? In that critical 3 to 5 yard space, reaction time is tight. This is where balancing speed and accuracy becomes vital. Training helps you build muscle memory to prioritize fast, accurate responses whenever you're relying on sights or point shooting. Either way, the bottom line is that hesitation kills. Training eliminates hesitation by giving you confidence in your skills. It's not just about protecting yourself either. When you're prepared, you're also increasing the odds for others, your family, your loved ones, and other people's loved ones that are around you. Make it home safely. So, what's the takeaway here? It's simple. Training saves lives. If you're carrying a firearm for self defense, and of course, our crowd, I'm not really sure why else you'd be carrying a firearm, you need to be prepared for all sorts of scenarios, but these stats show encounters in the 3 to 5 yard range appear to be of the norm. This is why our training focuses on realistic techniques to prepare you for exactly these kinds of situations. It's not about luck. Don't leave your life up to luck. It's about readiness, skills, and knowledge. If you're not already training, now's the time to start. And if you are, keep pushing yourself to refine those skills. We're here to help with training designed to sharpen your response and build your confidence, making muscle memory so you can react quicker while being safer. Next week, we'll cover that question of should you have a red dot on your carry pistol? Thanks for listening. And remember, training isn't just an option, it's a responsibility. Stay safe, stay alive, and I'll catch you next time.